Hey Leo, welcome back. We're going to do your weekly reading for the second week in November from the 8th to the 14th, roughly. So, if you have a Leo sun, moon, or rising, this might be your reading. Now, we are at the midpoint in Scorpio season. Okay, so halfway through, we've got the 11/11 portal this week, and we are on our way to our first eclipse. Okay, so we're going to have a full moon in another 10 days or so in the sign of Taurus. So Leo, if you want to hang with me to the end of the reading, I'm actually going to be doing some reading out of one of the oracles. It's the Yogic Path by Sahara Rose, and we're going to read out of her book for your advice. That's going to be after we do the tarot reading. So hang with me to that end if you're interested in that. And without further ado, we're going to get into your reading. So Leo, at the bottom of your two decks, you've got the Page of Pentacles on the main deck and a Seven of Wands on the clarifying deck. So this is you recognizing that you're at the beginning of some kind of a new energy, some sort of a new path. It seems like it's being made known to you. This is something that you're going to pull into your physical reality. It could certainly indicate a new venture to bring you wealth, but it just could be anything that brings you long-term stability. And there's a little learning component. Okay, this is an elemental energy, the Page of Pentacles. It is the very, very beginning stages of something. And then with the Seven of Wands, this is like an unshakable determination. Okay. So whatever this is, this energy that's going on right now, the second week of November, perhaps through the rest of the year, certainly throughout this entire Scorpio season, we do see you sort of really standing in your power, really studying the energy, the signs around you. Scorpio season, as we all know, is that whole purging, that whole transformation, out with the old and with the new, sort of an energy. So with that said, let's get right into the reading. So across the top, we have the main deck. We have the Four of Pentacles into the Knight of Pentacles, Death into the Six of Wands, and finally into the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. So a lot of major arcana here, which is nice. We do see you like in this initial scene with this Four of Pentacles. It's like holding on to something really tightly. So this really could be, I think that this is something that you've been holding on to for a while. It's a four. It's okay, but it's certainly not, it's not a mature energy. It's a long way off from the King, right? So we see it clarified underneath by the Knight of Wands and the Tower. So this is really, really like something like really coming in. I feel like with this Page of Pentacles, there is a new energy that wants to come in. And so, like I said, we have to learn to let go of structures, right? So this could be a job, certainly any type of relationship. It could be a living situation. It could be really anything that, it's the foundation is not, it's not stable. So here's what I would say, Leo. Think about whatever it is in your life right now that it just doesn't seem to be working, right? Clearly. And so we do see that there is this kind of an energy where you may suddenly and unexpectedly, really, have a chain of events that kind of go off, that come in really suddenly, that sort of turn things upside down. And it doesn't have to be like bad, like quote, like in air quotes, right? It doesn't have to be bad, but it certainly can be a little destabilizing, I guess, or like the suddenness of it. It's like, oh wow, I wouldn't have expected that. Now, we do see in the next scene this Knight of Pentacles coming in. So immediately, you sort of see like this, there's this idea where you've been on the slow, long, path. Like it's stable, it's earthy, it's grounded. These are all pentacles. You've got all these pentacles, right? You've got the page going into the Knight. But let's see, it's clarified by the Hanged Man and the Five of Cups and the Chariot. So yeah, I mean, you're gaining some kind of a different perspective through this. Again, maybe this is really not the path that you thought it was. You've been on it for a while. It's been slow. Maybe this is something with the Five of Cups where it's just not really been emotionally fulfilling. And when you look back on it, there is quite a bit of disappointment in this. And so we find you in a Hanged Man energy. After this Tower occurs, it sort of comes in. It's a quick burst. It's a flash. Maybe it's just a flash of insight or a realization that's like, hey, you know what? I'm not really happy here anymore. This job is not, fulfilling. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care about it. These relationships, these people, friends, like partnerships, on and on and on, right? I've been like trudging along at whatever this thing is, and I really need to go in a new direction. I really need to pick up the pace and take a little control. Like I need to pull on these reins, right? The Seven of Wands and this Chariot are very similarly themed energies. This is like really gaining the courage and the strength, and the momentum, right? I really feel like this Tower and Knight of Wands comes in and infuses you to kind of get a different perspective, okay, on this thing that you've been doing for a while, and it's really not brought you a return that you're looking for. So we do see death. Yeah, we do see death. It's the end. This Tower's brought an end, okay? And it may be painful, or it actually may be welcomed, to be honest with you. I wouldn't get terribly alarmed by that combination. A lot of times it can be like a long time coming, and when it finally comes, you're just like, oh, thank you. Like Two of Wands, Page of Swords, and Eight of Cups. We do see you walking away. You're making that decision. You've learned, and you've gotten everything out of it that you could. There is a recognition. There is an elemental energy with this Page of Swords. It's kind of like, and with this Chariot and this Tower, it's like, it just really comes in. It like blows in like a what's the word? A tornado. Like it's like a tornado energy, right? So part of this though is the Two of Wands. Like there is an action that needs to happen. Like there is a decision with this Hanged Man and this Two of Wands and this Five of Cups. You're going to need to gain a perspective on this. And that's why I feel like I'm sitting here saying like, well, it doesn't have to be traumatic, right? Death and Tower don't have to be traumatic, but that's going to be dependent upon you, Leo, on how you want to frame this, on how you want to perceive it. If you can sort of, kind of look back at it from a wide angle, it's possible to see this like even as it's unfolding. And I'm not saying it's not going to be uncomfortable, right? Like all Tower moments are uncomfortable. Like I'm not even about to try to say like you're not going to feel that. You are, okay? But at the same token, I feel like you do have a little bit of choice in how you proceed forward. When you're walking away, you feel victorious. I mean, this feels like a win for you, and it is a win for you, but I think it's how you frame it. Ace of Swords and Four of Pentacles, right? It is about you cutting out this old energy, this Four of Pentacles. That's a repeating card. Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. And it does become very apparent to you that this is a gift and that this is an opportunity for you to finally be able to walk away from something. Um, I felt like it just got to be, I mean, this could, there's something with this Knight of Pentacles. Like, if you were in any kind of a relationship, especially of the romantic kind, this is like you were just beating a dead horse, okay, with this partner. But it certainly could be in business or, an employer type of a situation too, where it's like you gave it your all, you tried to make it work, but like you're just, it just became like painfully clear to you that nothing was going to change. Like, no matter what you put into it, it was never going to yield anything else. It had to come to an end. And I feel like the universe is gifting you with this chance right now, for things to line up in your favor so that you can finally have victory, clarity, and the will with the Seven of Swords, this unshakable, unflappable desire and knowing that you're going to move forward, you're going to move past this thing, you're done with this thing. And here, I love this. You got the Emperor. This is really you standing in your power, very masculine, very, there are times, Leo, where we really have to step into that leadership of our own life power role, right? Like, you can't allow people to dictate. There are times where you have to, right? You have to yield and you have to bend. And then there are other times where you have to take charge. And this is one of those times where you have to take the lead in your own life. So we had a lot of cards come out. I had 5 cards pop out. So we do have, let's start with the Empress, because obviously this is a divine counterpart to the Emperor. And 4 of Wands, right, which is the 1111, the stable partnership. So it's almost like this really does give you victory to create something very brand new, something foundational, something that's going to be more stable, right? Because when you were in this 4 of Pentacles, you were holding on to something that, yeah, I mean, it may have been stable in that it was long term, but now what we have is like an up leveling. The stability is of a higher nature, right? It's going to bring you into bigger and more expanded energies. Empress, Emperor, right? So Hermit and King of Cups, let's save the 4 Cups for last. The Hermit and King of Cups is like really going, taking a minute to regroup, right? To sort of tap into your inner guidance, to your inner knowing, to also, here's the King of Cups, right? To get into like an emotionally stable place, right? The universe wants to give you this offer with this 4 of Cups, a lot of 4s, a lot of stability, right? And so it's going to pour all of these other from these other 3 cups into this one. So this really is you getting a big emotional push towards something that's going to bring you emotional stability, long-term stability. And frankly, to me, this looks like a potential for a very, very high-level successful partnership. This very well could be a romantic partnership. I could easily consider this to be like you're getting a brand new partner, a brand new person is coming in, a King of Cups, somebody who's very, very stable and they're mature and they know how to care, and they know how to nurture, and they know how to they know how to be a good partner. Like this is an opportunity for you, Leo, to be part of this building process, to insert yourself into manifesting this desire, this dream, to build for yourself something that is going to have the potential to yield you long-term emotional stability, to really, it's like answering the call. It's like whatever you have been putting out into the universe, like this is your chance for a redo, right? It's a new opportunity. It's a choice to step into your authority and your creativity. And so, again, this could be, launching a new business. It could be a new career. It could be a new job, new employer, a new family endeavor, new home. This is like definitely something that's going to bring you happy home life, happy stability, allow you to express yourself creatively, Leo, which is super important to your sign. But more than likely, this gives you an option for a partner. That's kind of how I see this. This really gives you an option for an equal partner, somebody who is going to be able to help you to achieve your goals and who's going to be with you for a long time. And in the final scene, we see that Wheel of Fortune, which, how beautiful, right? The wheel's turning, it's in your favor. It's like this is your destiny. And that is clarified by the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So again, we've got a match, the King and the Queen of Cups. We've got the Ace of Cups. I mean, this really could very easily be new love, no doubt about it. There's a balance between the mind and the heart. So it's like really coming into an alignment within yourself, Leo. And you know what happens when you come into a nice centered place within, then you can attract outside of you those people, places, and situations that are going to support you in all of your endeavors. And I do feel like very clearly we've got a lot of aces on the board, and I feel like this is the universe really coming in for you and really offering you something gorgeous and brand new. And you deserve it, right? And you deserve it. That's just it. So I love this reading. I'm almost inclined to call this a love reading. It very well could be, though it doesn't have to be. But for any of you who are wondering if, maybe somebody that you're dealing with right now, or somebody who is just this would be very brand new energy. This would not be somebody from the past. Anything from the past is done. You're walking away from, for sure. For sure. So anything in the past is done. This would be brand new. This would be somebody who maybe you've met them. Okay, maybe you've met them. Or this could be somebody who is like really close on the event horizon, like they're just on their way to just sort of like bumping elbows with you, right? So again, this can be a creative project. It certainly can be a partnership. It can be any new alliance, but it's fated. There's something destined about this. It'll unfold over time. It's not going to all happen in one day. So there's that element as well. And that's about all I can say right now. So again, this is just for the 8th to the 14th. We can definitely wait and see what transpires here as we continue on through the month. Maybe we'll get some more information unfolding in future weeks. Who knows? But let's go to the advice. Okay, we do have White Eagle. The connection to divine guidance is within you. Nice. Magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. And I think we see that. I think we see you really Leo, you're the lion. This is courageous. Like, I think that you're really connecting in with that divine inside of you. I think that you're getting a clear message from the universe. I think that and, a reading like this would just be confirmation for something that you're already kind of feeling, okay? So just to kind of put that context to it. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself very focused. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Yeah, again, tapping in to that inner knowing, right? That magical gateway is your inner knowing, and recognizing that there's something kind of cosmic going on here with the situation, that it's all being divinely guided, and you actually are co-creating this, okay? Emperor in the Wheel of Fortune, like this is you really actually having a lot more to do with this than you may at first glance think, okay? And then we have Clean It Up. Now, this is an interesting card to come up in this reading. It's kind of weird, actually. Yes, it means clean up your physical environment. I think this also means clean up your mental stuff too. Leo, I think that when you go into this hermit mode and you're tapping into your internal guidance, this is like you and your intuition, sort of like receiving wisdom and downloads, maybe through dreams, or maybe through like sort of like serendipitous or synchronicities, or you know what I mean, like you know, you're getting messages that it's like you're just like realizing that the universe is leaving you like little breadcrumbs, to kind of get you to go down the right path. This is about cleaning up your environment, and it's also about cleaning up your internal. So like literally, right? So as we sort of clean up our thought life and make sure that we are processing through any negative emotions, right? As we go through this tower moment, let's not forget the beginning of the reading. There is going to be a transition between the tower and death. So, like, let's not just gloss over that. There's going to be a little debris. There's going to be a little, period of time where you're going to need to sort of, brush that dirt off your shoulder, as Jay-Z says, right? So, keep your environment clean, keep your perspective hopeful and positive. Keep your eye on the prize and understand that this is all unfolding for you, okay? And make sure that you can gain the perspective and see the gift in it. All right. And as promised, we're going to read from this Yogic Path Oracle. You got Satya. And so this is the Sahara Rose Yogic Path. I'm going to actually open the book here. And we're going to find Satya. And I'll show it to you so you can see. Isn't this pretty? I swear this is one of the most beautiful decks I have ever owned. And this is Satya. Truthfulness. You are moving toward your truth, peeling off all layers of inauthenticity that have been placed upon you by societal conditioning. Through this shedding, you are finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face, finally coming home to yourself. This truth, Satya, has been dormant inside you all along, waiting until your awakening. Through this process of understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you become a Bodhi, awakened person. Continue to step into this new paradigm of truth as you shed all false beliefs, narratives, and stories so you can emerge as your true self. Ask yourself, Where and how can I show up more authentically in my life? What makes me feel like I'm living in my truth? Are my relationships in alignment with who I am at this moment? And what masks am I still wearing to make me feel loved, secure, or significant? That's profound. All right, Leo, that's your reading for the week. I hope that you all found this helpful. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and come back and see me next week as we continue to unfold this insane month of November. And I hope that you will all be well this week. See you next time.